The jams keep on rolling at number 7 on my fantasy playlist the week of July 25th, 2005. This Ludacris getting down on his bad self from his CD, Red Light District. You know, Ludacris just lays it down. He's a little explicit, that sometimes, particularly when you listen to the explicit version of Splash Waterfalls, he does go a little overboard. But he threw down some good raps. And the song at number 7 is Ludacris Pimpin' All Over the World, featuring Bobby Feast, laying down some of those slapping down those soulful tracks on that record, Pimpin' All Over the World, from my fantasy playlist, July 25th, 2005. And I want to talk about Bobby Feast. His real name is Bobby Wilson. He later became his real name is Bobby Wilson. I'll just start with that first. Bobby Wilson grew up listening to the old school R&B. He got down on the old school stuff. Michael Jackson. Jodeci. Remember Jodeci back in the 90s? Come and Talk With Me. Woo, had a woman moaning in that record. Oh my goodness. Getting all sexy and freed up here on the Tuesday morning here in Tuscaloosa. He also listened to Bobby Wilson also listened to the Isley Brothers and Tony Tone. Remember Tony Tone's first hit, Little Walter, back in 1988? All this inspired Bobby Wilson to become an R&B singer. And I didn't know this about Bobby Wilson. I just found this out. He joined a group in the 90s. He made his debut in a group in the 90s called Mista. Mista had a fantastic R&B hit in the summer of 1996 called Blackberry Molasses, one of my favorite songs that year. Blackberry Molasses, my goodness, I didn't know Bobby Wilson was in that group. But the album from which that song came off of was not a success. And they made another album, but it was never put out. The group disbanded in 1997. Bobby Wilson went back to school. He majored in mass communications, but he didn't give up his dream of being a singer. He made demo tapes, and some of those demo tapes, he made 3 albums worth of demo tapes. Sent them to Puff Daddy. Puff Daddy forwarded them to Ludacris, and a guy, I wrote his name down. He's in charge of, just bear with me because I can't read my chicken scratch. He's president of Disturbing the Peace. His name is Shaka Sulu. Ludacris is Shaka Sulu, the president of Disturbing the Peace. That's the record label. Got himself a record deal. Bobby Wilson, he became Bobby Valentino after he got his record deal, released his debut album, and Slow Down. Oh, yes. God, that brings back some memories. Slow Down. Man, that's some good R&B back in the spring of 2005. Slow Down. I remember it very vividly. And then he came out with his collaboration with label mate Ludacris with Pimpin' All Over the World at number 7 on my fantasy playlist.